Good day and welcome back to another episode with Just Tosh, and I'm working on my raw. It's a series that the Lord gave me regarding rebuilding my self confidence. I love to take people through the different journeys that God has me currently walking on. So, with that said, we're going to get into this new episode. I'm going to share two scenarios that I've encountered within the last few weeks. As you know, I'm walking you all through my own personal journey in real time. And this particular instance, I was in a meeting. I actually set up the meeting. This meeting was with someone that I probably would not have done under any other circumstances. But I've been, I would say, impressed by the Lord to take action as I am actively rebuilding my self confidence. In this meeting, I had an opportunity to open up and to share more about myself with this individual. Meeting was excellent, and at the end of the meeting, I was advised that it is time to make myself more visible. When I left that meeting, I heard two words from the Lord specifically, and I tucked those words into my spirit. So that's one scenario. This was with someone who I had been around over the more recent last few years. Haven't had much interaction with that person, but I saw them and knew that I would need to interact with them directly um, in in order for me to proceed with where God had me to go. So that's one scenario. Now the second one was with someone that I had been around pretty much my whole life. Since my youth, I was around this individual in church. My grandparents and this particular ministry fellowshipped often. I knew and revered this person greatly, had a lot of respect for this individual, and but I didn't really have a lot of up close and personal interaction with them until here recently. And so, what I discovered upon this interaction with this person is that my interaction with them throughout the course of my life did not give us an opportunity to get to know one another. And so the Lord shared with me as this individual was leaving from our home, He told me, why sell what you could introduce? I didn't really know exactly what He meant by that at the time, so I wrote it down. And after I was able to decompress from that period of time, then the Lord helped to unpack it. That's what I want to talk about today. So the word defined as far as sell is, or sell defined is give or hand over something in exchange for money or to persuade someone or cause someone to become enthusiastic about. I like that. Now, to introduce means to lead or make known by a formal act or announcement, or to bring before the public for the first time. So, my experiences over the last few weeks, the first one being with someone that I didn't have much up close and personal interaction with, but I presented myself for this person. Before, I thought that I would have to sell myself to get into different spaces. And because that was my perception of how I needed to enter into different places or to progress, if you will, those thoughts that I had caused me to be stagnant much of my life. It caused me to miss opportunities because what I did not want to do is sell myself. I really thought that people, if they knew me, would want to embrace me, would want to promote me, if you will, because they knew that I had different abilities, or at least that's what I thought, right? If you spend time with someone, they would automatically know you. But according to the definition, that's not necessarily true, right? In the second scenario that I told you, I had been around this individual well over 30 years of my life. But I come to know or to realize that people could be around you often. You could live with someone and they not know you. So, what I like to do is to take a moment. According to the definition of introduce, it means to lead or to make known by a formal act or announcement. What I recognize is as I'm entering into these spaces in my life, into different areas that the Lord is taking me in and out of, as He is progressing my life in various places or areas, that me at this point, I don't have to necessarily sell myself. What I needed to understand is I need to introduce myself. And so, what I like to do is introduce you to me. My name is Natasha Jenkins. So, that's going to make me cry. I just had to take that in for a moment. Hello, my name is Natasha Jenkins. I am an encouragement specialist. I am a woman who is creative with lots of abilities. I am resourceful. I am resilient. I am an overcomer. I am compassionate. I am a leader. And I am passionate about this burden that the Lord gave me to share in my journey with rebuilding my self-confidence. And the person that you may have seen, the person that you may have even had interactions with, perhaps I did not formally introduce you to who I am in this present tense. And so now you know. It is a pleasure for me to meet you formally for the first time. And I welcome you to come along with me on this journey. If you've discovered that your confidence has not been at the level that you desire or that God even intended for you, it's okay to rebuild it. It's okay to recognize, even if you felt emotional and you thought that you were weak. But now you know that a roar is simply a developed cry. If you are even in the place where you've heard yourself roar and you're wondering what's next, come along for the journey as we understand now that you don't have to sell yourself. You don't have to persuade anyone to want to be in your presence. Maybe they don't know who's always been around. Take the opportunity not to just sell yourself, but to introduce yourself. You all have a great rest of your week. Bye.